Hi Bharti, how are you?
I'm fine, sir. And how's you?
I'm absolutely fine. Thank you for asking. So, can you tell us something about
Yeah.
yourself?
Yes, sir. Hi, my name is Bharti. I have completed a PCA in 2009, and I am born and bottom in Solapur. Just I'm staying in Satara, in nearby village in Rehmatpur. I am working in just now Raja Software Company in Pune, and then before after I am working in a KPMG in Pune, Eroda as an analyst post, 3 years, and just now working on test engineer, and that's it.
Great. So, what are your roles and responsibilities?
My roles and responsibilities are I understand business and uh, analysis and development in all customer requirement and all detail in products and
Mm, okay. So,
requiremental. Yeah.
yeah. So, do you do automation or you are doing manual testing?
Yeah, one plus in manual testing and two plus just now in automation testing.
Okay. So, you are doing automation in the same project in which
Same
you are
time
doing manual testing.
manual testing. Yes,
Okay, great. So, were you a part of the team when the automation framework was decided?
because of manual is and automation is different way. Na? That's why
Yes.
I'm deciding in switch to automation framework.
Okay, okay. So now you are working
Yes,
in automation, right? So
yes,
can you tell us something about the framework?
yeah. Framework is a page object model. This framework used in automation in POM .xml file, test engine, and all are Git API. All also are using in framework.
Okay. See, whenever you get this question in an interview, about this automation
Yes.
framework, so you have
Mm,
to tell them about the uh, the framework, like whether it is data-driven framework, is it keyword-driven framework, is it BDD,
yeah.
right? Then second thing is which programming language you are using. Is it Java, C Sharp,
Mm,
Python? What
yes.
is the reporting mechanism? What is the folder structure? What lies in
Mm,
src/test? What lies in src/main? Then uh, what is the logging mechanism that you have used, right?
yes.
Then what kind of common methods you have used, what kind of best practices standards you are using. So those
Mm,
things you have to explain in your automation framework. This is very important. No, it would,
okay.
yeah, it would take almost,
Sorry.
yes, yeah, you're comfortable,
Mm,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it would take almost 8 to 10 minutes in giving this answer. But when you will be giving this answer, so the interviewer and simultaneously you also would get confident, yes, that it is moving in the right
Okay.
direction.
Mm.
Right? Now, um, so how many test cases do you automate every day?
How many?
Test
Sorry.
cases do you automate every day?
Minimum test cases I will every day in a minimum 4 or 5.
4 to 5 test cases you are able to automate.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay. Now, let's say in the entire team, you might be
Mm.
working with a team of 4 to 5 members.
Team member. Yes.
Yes.
Eight
Now,
members are my team. In one is a Scrum Master, and
Mhm.
two member is our testing, and one is a product owner, and one is
Mhm.
our quality member.
Okay. So two
Mm.
members are there in your quality team, QA team, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
QA
Now,
team.
let's say if you are developing script A and one of
Mm.
your team member is developing script B, right?
Mm.
Now, tomorrow you your team member who had worked on script B, he or she is on
Mm.
leave. Now you need to work on
Yeah.
script B. So what would be your approach? Will you work on script
Uh,
B or will you tell the management that you won't be able to work on script B because you have a work on script A?
work. Yeah, I will tell management team. I am working on a team. That's why I'm not idea for working for B team. That's please conduct a meeting and then please explain the test B. Then I will test case B. I will definitely solve this, automated this case.
Okay, so this is good. So what a slight modification in this answer can be that what you would do is you would go through the code. It would be there in the Git, right? So you would go through the
Git,
code.
yeah.
You would try to understand the automation script that has been developed. You will try to map it
Mm.
with the scenario. So before automation, they would have written test scenario, they would have written test cases, right? And then
Mm.
you would be working on that particular script, automation script, right?
Yeah.
So you will take the reference from test case, you will take reference from uh, test scenarios, and then you can go through the code. So you will come to know, okay, this particular scenario he or she has automated. You can also go through the comment
Yeah.
section. So they would have put some
Yes.
comments for that particular code.
Yeah.
Still, if it is not clear, then you can approach other team members. But yes, definitely you should not
Okay.
deny working on script B, right? Because it
B.
is actually a part of your goal, right?
Working.
One team, one goal, right? So that's a good thing. Okay. Now, let's say if you have to work alone in a team of automation, so would you be able to
Yes.
work alone, and how comfortable you are in modifying the framework?
Sorry, no idea, sir.
Okay. So if this question is asked to you in a real-time interview, right?
Yes.
Are you comfortable working alone? So you should be confident. Yes, I can work alone in the automation framework. No issues with that. And I can also uh, update the framework. I can also work on the framework enhancement, adding something, removing something, the framework, right? So that
Mm.
is total, because see, you have been working on that framework since 2 years, right? So now you should be
2 years.
capable of updating the framework. If it has been something less
Yeah.
than equal to 6 months, then we can understand, because everybody needs some time to adjust with the automation framework. Beyond
Yeah.
that, you should be confident, you should be comfortable, and you should definitely tell, yes, I would be able
Yeah.
to handle this framework, because they might ask you this question from two scenarios. One is the one of your team member would have resigned, or he or she might not be
Mm.
available, or he or she would be
Mm.
allocated to some other project. So now you have to take care, because billing might be reduced to, instead of two, now it has been reduced to one. So what you would do, right? So
Yes,
accordingly,
sir.
you have to take care for these kind of questions.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Now, let's say in automation, there are multiple windows getting opened. So how will you handle such kind
Yeah.
of automation?
Multiple window, na?
Yes,
We
yes.
have a window handle and window handle. There is a
Mhm.
two scenario. First is window handle. Is two ways in a window handle. Is first is the driver window handle dot is window uh, file name, yeah, group name. That's
Mhm.
where I will initialize, and that window handle is a multiple window is a handle.
Mhm.
Where window handles will give scenario of all the windows and that are not browser's name also.
Mhm. Okay. Okay. Great. Okay. Do you use Git as a version control tool?
Version control tool, yeah.
Yes. So what is the meaning of Git rebase command? When will you use Git rebase?
Rebrace,
Yes, Git
rebrace.
rebase. Yes.
Yeah, but just now I forgot it. Git rebrace. Git is a form type HTTP methods I will use in only postman in post, put, and delete, and push, and just now is fish new is command.
No, no. Actually, those are the API related.
API,
Yes.
yeah, yeah, API related.
So those
Git
are
is a
Git is a version control tool, right? Git you
cover
might be
version
using
control tool.
for pushing and pulling your code, right? For
Push
automation.
status, diff, and uh, git
Mm,
space hyphen hyphen version status help and config diff GUI and one is clear.
okay. So those are commands of Git, right? Now, if you
Git.
get this, if you get this question in an interview, right? when will you use git rebase command? What is the significance of git rebase command? So you just have to answer with
Yeah.
respect to git rebase command. What is git rebase?
Okay. Sorry, sir. I don't know.
Okay, no worries. So I'll tell you the answer for that. So see, when will you use rebase command? So what would happen is, let's say there is already a base commit done, right? Now you have to
Yeah.
take a series of commit and you have to reapply them on the top of another base commit. So that is over there. What you would do is actually you will be rewriting a branch commit history, right? Now rebasing does
Main
not change
branch.
the content. Yes, yes, please go ahead. Yes, you were telling
Git
something.
space
Mhm,
checkout and main branch space
mhm.
hyphen m is a go to main branch. And
Right.
I will go to in a sub rebase is a main branch to sub branch. That's it. Go
Yes.
how to use in
Okay. So I'll tell you how you can answer this kind
okay,
of
sir.
question in an interview. So if this question is asked, right? So first of all, you can tell them what is Git rebase. So what does Git rebase do is it will take the commits that you have made in your local branch and it will place it on the top of the latest commit that you have pulled from the main branch, right? So now you are telling Git
Okay.
rebase main, right? So this thing can be accomplished by this particular command, git rebase main, right? And it will update your local feature branch with the latest changes that is pushed from the collaboration or from the, uh, from the other branch by your team
Branch.
members, right?
Yeah.
So you are actually merging your feature branch with the main branch by using this particular command, git rebase main.
Come on.
Is it clear now?
Yeah, clear, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now, what do you mean by a branch in a Git?
Branch is a two. First is a main branch. Git space checkout
Hmm.
space hyphen m is a go to the main branch. Is a just a first of all you go in a main branch that I will identify the main branch is a where is a say, subtitle and all I will show in main branch.
Is
Report.
yeah, is your child calling you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. So you can attend him.
Just I
No
came to.
worries. Yeah, no
No,
worries. You can
she will
attend
go
him.
to home.
Yeah.
No, no, she will go to home with her grandfather.
Okay. You are at home or you are at outside place?
No, no, just now I am in my own shop. There
Okay.
I will handle this shop.
Great. So you are a IT software tester come entrepreneur.
Yeah, sir.
Okay.
Businesswoman. That's like
Businesswoman. Yes. Great.
yeah,
Oh, yeah. We need people like you. Okay.
yeah.
So
Thank you, sir.
yeah. So coming to this question, what is a branch in Git, right? So if this question is
Yeah,
asked to you in a real-time interview, so you can
yeah,
explain, let's say if you are working on some particular website or any
yeah,
particular application for automation, right? You probably won't
yeah,
be wishing to push all the code to the production, right? Because it
yeah.
might happen that sometimes your changes might not be proper and it might break something else in the production. That is why what we do as a
Okay,
part of best practices, we will create a branch, right?
okay.
And once you are confident that whatever branch code that you have, it won't break anything
Hmm.
that is there in the production. So you don't have to, worry about it, and then you will be merging that particular branch with the production. So first, you will be working on some particular code that you will be developing. You will be pushing in your dedicated branch. You will be after developing, you will be testing it, and then you will be merging it in the production, right?
Okay, sir.
Now, how will you switch branch in Git?
I will branch and switch.
Yes,
Git,
yes,
Git,
yes.
Git space uh, check merge.
Mm-hmm.
Check out and merge, switch.
Yes, yes,
Git
you are going in
space
right direction. Git
first
checkout. Yes.
Git check out
Mhm.
branch
Mhm.
hyphen uh, branch name. Uh,
Mhm.
for example, Git space checkout space hyphen Bharti Mari and double quoted Bharti Mari and enter. That will I will go to in main branch.
Okay. So what you have to enter is git checkout is the command. That was the perfect answer.
Yeah,
Git checkout and then space branch name. Let's say if you want to switch to hotfix branch, so you will write git checkout hotfix, right? So whenever
hot.
you will enter this, yes, in the command prompt, then you will get a response stating you have switched to this particular branch hotfix, like that,
Yeah.
right? Clear?
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So now I saw your CV. So you are basically working on an e-commerce based application, right?
Yes.
So consider a situation where you have developed the automation framework for e-commerce
Yeah.
domain, right?
Mm,
Now I want to reuse the same automation framework for
mm,
finance-based, banking-based application, right? So is it
mm.
possible to reuse the same automation framework for the other application, which is in other domain?
Uh, Other domain is not possible, but automation framework I will possible because that's I will use in Jenkins framework. Jenkins. That's I will use in Jenkins and Groovy and all details are in Jenkins. But other domain I will not acceptable
Mhm. Okay.
for banking project.
Mhm. Okay. So you were telling something about Jenkins. So Jenkins is actually,
Yes,
CI/CD tool,
open source. Yeah.
right? Right. Yes, it's an open source. Now coming back to this question, right? The question was, can we reuse the automation framework from which is developed for one particular application under automation to another application which is under automation, right? So
Mm.
we cannot reuse the entire automation framework as it is, right? It won't be possible because
Not
elements,
possible.
locators might not be, it won't be same, right? But
Okay.
what you can do is you can have some of the reusable components. For example, you have developed launching of the browser in this particular framework for application A. This same mechanism you can reuse in that particular framework as well, right?
Okay.
Then
Yes.
let's say you have implemented a logging mechanism where you are actually
Yeah.
logging all the things that your automation is running. This thing can be used over there. So you need to identify these particular sort of things which are common in across automation,
Okay.
right? Okay. Now, how do
Yes,
you
sir.
run your automation? You are telling something about Jenkins. Do you have CI/CD
Sorry.
pipe? Yeah. How do you trigger
Sorry,
your
sir.
automation? How do you run your automation?
How do you run your automation?
Yes.
Automation I will run to is the Jenkins and automation is a Maven TestNG tool. I will automate it in TestNG uh, TestNG XML files.
Okay. So, so you are running your automation script via TestNG.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's say if the release or the build is going to come from the developer
Mm.
at 2 a.m. in the night, right?
Yeah.
So it won't be
Yeah.
possible for you to be there manually and running the automation, right? So how will
Yeah.
you trigger the automation for night?
Is manually or yeah automatically?
Yes. So manually it's not possible because it's 2 a.m., right?
Yeah, automatically.
Yes.
We is using a build tool.
Okay. Which build tool you are
Yeah,
using?
is a build tool. Build tool is using in Jenkins, generating a source code and compiling a source code and packaging the compiling the code as jar files only.
Okay. Then
Yeah,
which are
and
the
installing the package of code and local repository in several and several and central repository जो build tools is our use that will it's
Mhm. Okay. So whenever this question is asked to you in a real-time interview, so you can tell that
yeah.
we are having Jenkins, we are having CI/CD pipeline configured, and you need to explain them the stages of the pipeline in a nutshell, right? Which are the different
Okay.
stages?
You only take pipeline. I will tell you.
Yes, yes, about the
Just you
pipeline.
question and pipeline through.
Yes.
Question is answered by pipeline through, not in middle. In how to
So
explain this build tool? Please
okay,
tell me.
okay, okay, fine. So see, you are using CI/CD based Jenkins, right? So what
Yes.
would be happening in
Yes.
the Jenkins is you would be having certain stages that your DevOps team would have configured. First stage would
Yeah.
be in the first stage, the machine would get spin. The VM would get running on the fly, right? VM would get created and it would start running. And there will be some
Okay.
configurable parameters like, the RAM space, the D drive would be created, browsers would be there, right? So all those things would be pre-configured. So whenever any
Mm.
VM is getting created on the fly, so it would get created. In the second stage, what would happen is the code on which the automation needs to be running, the application which needs to be running, that needs to be downloaded and the code would get set up. In the third stage, your automation code would get downloaded. In the second stage, the
Okay.
developer's code got downloaded. In the third stage, the automation code would get downloaded. In the fourth stage, that particular automation would start running, would get triggered, right? In the fifth
Mm.
stage, the reports would get generated. And in the sixth stage, the reports would be emailed to the stakeholders, to the team members, clients, right? So these
Okay.
5 to 6 stages are common in any CI/CD pipeline. So you
Yes.
have to
Yes. Yes.
explain in
Pipeline.
a nutshell. They won't ask you how did you implement because it's not your role and responsibility. It's a part of DevOps,
Role.
right? DevOps
Okay.
team would be taking care, but you need to have a brief insight of what you need to tell.
Okay.
So that thing you have.
Okay.
Okay, how do you keep yourself upgraded? Let's say if any new tool or technology has been launched in the market, how will you ensure that
Sorry.
particular thing is? So let's say if any new tool or technology has launched in the market, how will you get that
Mm.
information? How will you make yourself aware that this particular tool is there in the market? How do you keep yourself updated?
By mobile, yeah, by me email. Just now is a team member I'll tell this tool is new in market. This please train, please educate this tools and please use that. Also, friends, family, other people are telling this tool is new in market.
Hmm, okay. You can refer, testing related blogs on the Google. You can also go through the LinkedIn websites and other websites from which you can get all
Yeah.
these kind of information.
Okay, sir.
Okay, okay, Bharti. I'm done with the interview. Do you have any questions for me?
Sir, I will please this interview. Please send me that I will uh, next time I will improve my questions answer skill and that's it.
Okay, okay, no worries. So we will,
Okay,
it
sir.
is being
I saw
uploaded.
my home, my business.
Yeah,
Interested. I saw in my business. Just now I've been working in my own shop. That
okay.
I will interested in
Okay, so
yes,
you
1
want
minute.
to tell us something about your business.
My business.
Okay, great,
Just
great.
now I great. Just now you saw. Uh,
So what is it
this
about?
is
Okay, it's okay.
a sanitary ware and is a housing all material I will supply in uh, engineer.
Okay, great, great. So these all things you are taking care.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I will this uh, own business.
Okay, great, great. Sounds good. Yeah, and the shop is also beautiful, right?
Yes, sir.
Keep growing,
Thank you.
keep shining, and all the best for your career.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank
Thank you.
you. Bye.